What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another week of Hero or Zero here on the Heroes for Hire podcast. My name is Shaun Meehan, and joining me as always is, I couldn't think of a funny name, it's Ciara Lawler.
Yay! Hi guys.
How are you doing today, Connor?
I mean, it's sunny. It was classic Irish weather that it snowed earlier on and then became sunny, so you don't really know what's going on.
No, it's a bit of unpredictability in the day.
Exactly.
Much like the fact that every Friday we do a Hero or Zero, Connor, which is the show where we take one comic book character.
Weak segue, but go on.
Every single... Oh, you're one to talk. Connor the Weak Segue Lawler, we call him.
That's my actual middle name. How dare you?
No, you tell the people, what is Hero or Zero?
Hero or Zero is the show where we take one comic book character every single week and we talk their good points and their bad points, and we just generally give you a bit of a rundown of everything to do with that character. So I always pick DC characters and Shaun always picks Marvel characters because he hates himself. And so last week I did a real cool character called Dr. Fate that's definitely way better than whatever Shaun's about to talk about. I don't know who he's about to pick, but if he picks Spider-Man, I'm going to look the right fool. But Shaun, it is your week. Who are you going to be doing?
I chose Spider-Man.
No, you didn't.
No, I chose a villain in Marvel Comics.
Okay.
Been in the news a bit recently because of a TV show on Disney+. I chose Flag Smasher.
Oh, see now that's something that I've seen in is present in the Falcon and Winter Soldier series.
Yes.
How spoilery are we getting here?
Honestly, not very. Like the only thing, they're quite different from what I know from the comics and where the show seems to be going. Okay. They'll probably pick some things, but basically the name Flag Smasher is about as far as spoiler as you get.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. So no spoiler warning has to go up. We're just
no
going
spoiler
straight.
Warning. We won't be discussing Winter Soldier and all of that.
I can't believe he died though. Isn't that so weird?
I can't believe everyone died. I can't believe Thanos came back.
I did not see Thanos coming back and snapping again, but he was just snapping to Ska. It wasn't even a snapping with the glove.
No, just love Ska, it turns out. So, so in the show, Flag Smashers is like a group. Flag Smasher is a dude in Marvel Comics.
Okay.
So, quickly going into it. So, Karl Morgenthau was the son of a wealthy Swiss banker turned diplomat. As a youth, he accompanied his father on his diplomatic missions to various countries, never living in the same place for more than a year. Although he learned to speak several foreign languages fluently, the constant readjustment to new environments hampered his social growth. Consequently, he felt like an outcast and became too introverted to form many friendships.
Right, so far so good. So far, he's neither hero nor villain. He's just kind of a guy who's had a bit of a rough upbringing.
That's it. He's just had a life so far.
Yeah.
While living in Tokyo, Morgenthau began to study martial arts, and at age 15 he earned his black belt in karate. At the age of 19, he followed his father, who had become a delegate in the United Nations, to America, and he enrolled in Columbia University. This just sounds like I'm telling you about one of my friends at this point.
It's just genuinely a lovely little story of a man he's travelled a lot as a youth, and he did have a difficult time forming friendships, just through to social anxiety or social problems, but that's to be understood. If he's moving around all the time, different languages, they cause these problems. He's good at Kung Fu, I'm all in on that. But Shaun, now he's gone to America, he started college, I hope it all works out for him. Anyway,
that's it.
So you can tune in on...
He intended to major in political science and follow in his father's footsteps by becoming a diplomat.
Still, every sentence gets more and more normal as you're going along.
However...
There's a big however. I love a however.
When his father was trampled to death in a riot outside the Latvian embassy... The young man's goals changed.
What an origin story. I hate shoes. Every shoe will pay.
Well, not quite that, but he felt that his father had pursued the goal of world peace and unity far too passively. He would spread the message using the only language he felt the world would respond to. The language of violence.
Oh, Interesting. That is interesting for this villain. Yes. Okay.
So he loves peace so much so that he's willing to kill anyone and everyone for it.
But Shaun, so far he hasn't shown any single characteristic to give off the impression that this man is okay with killing multiple people for peace.
But, Connor, his father was trampled.
So, even then, he'd be like, oh, that's real sad. Immediately to murder.
I'm not saying it's the best course of action.
No.
And you might wonder, like, how is a man like this going to be able to continue this kind of crusade?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was wondering, Shaun.
Employing his vast inheritance to finance his mission.
He's evil Batman. His dad died in an alleyway trampled to death.
He's evil Batman. He was trampled to death in Crime Alley.
I hate when Mr. and Mrs. Wayne got trampled to death by George Hill. Why did they keep running over them?
He's just dancing away. So Morgenthau contacted certain unrevealed parties to supply him with an arsenal of experimental weaponry.
We don't need to know. It'll only fill in gaps that I don't need filled. Let me just vague.
There was one comic book panel, he had some money. The next one, he had a load of guns. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need.
He then fashioned himself the costumed identity of the Flag Smasher and returned to New York to begin a campaign of terrorist assaults on symbols of world separatism, such as national flags and embassies.
Okay, what do you think of the name Flag Smasher, by the way? Just off from the report.
I was about to say, because it's difficult to smash a flag, isn't it?
I was just thinking that is the hardest thing to smash.
Flag Ripper.
Yeah, Flag Ripper. Flag Set Firer too. Flag Smasher does not work. You're not going to put your flag to submission.
Flag Burner.
Flag Burner. Flag... What did I say? Set Firer too.
Set Firer too. Yeah, I was reeling from that for a second.
Yeah, Flag Burner. You know English. It's tough.
It is tough. So his whole thing is that he wants the world to just be like one big nation.
And he thinks by smashing a flag, the country's going to be like, you know what, you're right. I don't need this country.
It's a symbolism thing. Here's his outlook. So through these random strikes, he hoped to convey the message that nationalism is an outmoded concept which tends to promote disunity among the family of man.
Okay, so his idea is that the whole world... It is a nice idea.
It's a bit... Yeah, it's what John Lennon spoke about.
He was always imagining that.
He would just love smashing flags. So, learning that the hero, and you might be familiar with this character, Connor, Captain America...
Haven't heard of him.
Oh.
Also,
you're difficult to talk to.
He's the perfect hero. Seeing as though his whole identity is a country.
Exactly, yeah. He's wrapped up in this nationalism thing. So Captain America was going to make a public speech. Flag Smasher held the crowd of hundreds of attendees hostage, forcing them to listen to his anti-nationalist rhetoric.
Good stuff.
When the confrontation turned physical, Captain America overpowered the Flag Smasher.
I could only assume. So this man only knows Kung Fu.
He's quite good at karate and he has a lot of money.
And look, that's fair play, but Captain America, super soldier, and also knows martial arts.
Also knows, very correct.
Unfair fight, methinks.
No, but on paper, each stands a good chance.
Even on paper, no.
Right, okay, fair enough. So, Morgenthau was deported from the United States, but he soon joined the subversive organisation known as Ultimatum, whose goals mirrored his own. Now, would you like to take a guess what Ultimatum stands for, Connor? Because it's an acronym.
For fuck's sake. Ultimatum is a fucking... Okay. That is too long.
It's too long for an acronym.
Each letter. Okay, is the first U ultra?
No.
Oh, for God's sake. What's the first U?
This is... Before the show, I had to furiously Google to find the name of something. This was it, Connor.
Oh, okay. Could you give me the U, and then I'll rattle off the rest of them?
Underground.
Oh, ultimate. Underground... lieutenants.
No.
No, I've lost.
I like where you're going.
What is it?
Underground liberated, totally integrated mobile army to unite mankind.
It sounds like a verse from a rap song.
It does, actually. So he joined Ultimatum, and while with them, he hijacked an airliner and held it hostage, demanding Captain America surrender to him. Cap tried to...
Hang on, I'm just trying to figure out the logistics
go
of this
ahead.
plan.
So I was wondering, yeah.
he takes over the plane, and he's in the plane. Is Captain America in that plane?
I believe so.
He is. Okay.
Or Cap is on the ground radioing in. I'm not
Cap
sure.
is on the ground radioing, and his plan is either surrender to me or what?
Oh, that he'll crash the plane.
He'll crash the plane. Okay. But even if Cap says, "Okay, I surrender," and he lands the plane, could Cap not punch him to death then?
But Captain America cannot tell a lie.
Damn it, of course.
It's a side effect of the serum. So Cap tried to talk him down by agreeing with his vision of world peace, but disagreeing with his methods.
Okay.
And to be fair, that is Cap's whole thing. He's like, that's a fine thing to want, like everyone being nice to each other, but you can't kill people to do it, dude.
Exactly.
Cap was forced to take him down with the help of S.H.I.E.L.D. So S.H.I.E.L.D. were like, look, we can't, this guy's a terrorist, like you can't just side with him.
Even S.H.I.E.L.D. are looking at the acronym for ultimatum.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's too fucking long, lads.
That's like, lad, come on. Simplify.
S.H.I.E.L.D. is even like on the verge of too long. 6 letters.
Yeah, like that's the joke in the first Iron Man, is that S.H.I.E.L.D., like Strategic Homeland, whatever else it is, like is too long. So the S.H.I.E.L.D. is shortened to. It was later revealed anyway that Ultimatum, your favourite organisation, was being funded by the Nazi criminal, the Red Skull.
Oh, right, that would give them a different outlook.
The Nazis have views.
I would more take a Nazi viewpoint as the opposite of a world where everyone is friends.
You would think so. Morgenthau is now fleeing for his life and being hunted by his own people. Because they're like, oh, I didn't know you were a Nazi. I'm going to stop you.
That makes sense. You don't want to ever be in a conversation and then have to say, oh, I didn't know you were a Nazi.
So Morgenthau was forced to team up with the new Captain America, a man named John Walker, along with Battlestar.
He's the only Captain America I recognise, Shaun. So hashtag
he's my Cap.
He's my Cap.
There was this lad named Steve originally. He was kind of a
probably
dickhead,
a bit shite though.
Probably a bit shite, yeah. So they thwarted Ultimatum's plan to set off a global EMP that would render all technology useless. When asked why he helped, he revealed that working with Red Skull would destroy his integrity and his ideals.
Makes sense.
It does a bit. The whole plan to just destroy all technology is kind of weird, but at least...
Look, we've seen it before in every movie though. It's not that the movie of Die Hard 4.
That's true, actually. Yeah, technology, weird, a real sickness. Morgenthau usurped the leadership of Ultimatum and attempted to supply weapons to subversives in the United States. But he was stopped by the Punisher and Moon Knight. He later tried to spread anarchy across the country by supplying weapons once again to ne'er-do-wells, but was stopped by the Ghost Rider and the Punisher.
The Punisher's like, not this fucking guy again.
So Morgenthau was captured and drugged by someone called Calvin Halderman, who is the CEO of Roxxon.
Don't tell me that's a fucking acronym.
Roxxon, it's like an oil. They have fingers in every piece. Think Pedro Pascal in Wonder Woman 84. Who's that guy?
Okay.
Yeah, just big company corporate bullshit. And so Morgenthau was used by him to secure the company's oil interests. So they would just send in this like good fighter soldier and secure an oil rig and everything like that. The drugs that were given to Morgenthau mutated him into a monstrous grey creature with no higher brain functions and forced to follow his master's orders.
He started off wanting world peace, and now he's a big grey monster.
Now he's a DC villain. He was sent on a mission to assassinate a couple of reporters who were investigating Roxxon, and Captain America intervened and was forced to take down the mind-controlled creature.
Is this Rogers or Walker, Captain America?
This is Rogers, I believe, at this point.
Okay, he's back.
He's back. Because Walker wouldn't have hesitated in taking him down.
But also, now, I'm sad, because, like, Rogers is obviously weaker than Walker. Like,
that's
Walker's
true, yeah.
He's the real Cap. So, Rogers is the pretender.
He's the pretender to the crown. So, the Flag Smasher was installed, Flag Smasher Morgenthau, whoever you want to call him, he was installed as the ruler of Rumekistan by the V Battalion.
But is he not still a big grey monster?
He is, and the whole idea there is that they can kind of control him.
Okay, that's fair enough.
It was later revealed that he was allegedly assassinated by Domino. And I love this line. Allegedly. He actually was. He's actually fully dead.
Why would you say allegedly dead? Give his family false hope.
We don't know if Domino did it, but it was as part of a series of events which installed Cable as the leader of Rumekistan. So it was this whole other plot point that I think they just had to quickly erase Flag Smasher.
Fair enough.
So there's been a couple of other Flag Smashers since then, but the writers seem to not know what to do with them, because literally one of them, his whole thing was that, like, he put out a blanket statement, is like, we're not going to fuck with Deadpool because Deadpool will kill us. And one of his goons was like, that's dumb, and shot Flag Smasher. And then that goon was like, let's go kill Deadpool. And then Deadpool shot that dude.
Okay, so now Deadpool is the Flag Smasher.
It's not like the Santa Claus where you pass on the mantle.
No, you're the Flag Smasher, but I'm Deadpool. You're the Flag Smasher.
You're the Flag Smasher now.
Do you hate flags? Did your parents get trampled? No. Well, they did now. They hate fucking flags.
And so just onto his powers and abilities then. So he has a highly resilient costume as body armour, and he has special lenses in his mask which help him resist blinding flashes of light.
Right.
His main weapon is a mace, although he has also used a flamethrower, pistol, and traditional machine handguns. Never see a mace. It's a really cool weapon.
That's so cool as a weapon. I mean, I sound dumb, but like, have you ever seen someone with a mace? Hawkman? Hawkgirl, maybe?
Maybe, but like not
Marvel
on the regular
style. I've never seen someone just a human, like Hawkman, Hawkgirl, different breed. A human walk into a fight and you take out a sword, he takes out a mace. I'm like, not fucking with this guy.
Yeah, I'm not. You take the guy with the mace, because I'm not dealing with that.
He's clearly more skilled at that than I will ever be at any weapon.
I like how you've come around to Flag Smasher now.
No, he's still shit, but he just has a big mace and I'm a fan.
And on the Marvel 1 to 7 rating system then, he has an intelligence of 2, strength of 2, speed of 2, durability of 2, energy projection of 1, fighting skills of 5.
Fighting skills are pretty good for a human.
He's real good with that mace.
Yeah, he's unreal at the mace, but he's not very good at, anything else.
No, he's just kind of a regular man who's quite good at fighting, and wants world peace, Connor. What's wrong with that?
But the idea of blowing countries up until they agree to world peace seems a bit counterintuitive. Wait, he's a villain.
Oh no! But that, like, it's pretty much Peacemaker. From DC.
Yeah, from Suicide Squad. John Cena's playing him in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, like it's very much that. Like, he loves peace, he'll kill for it. Isn't that a weird quandary we have to deal with? But he's never been as interesting, I think, as this first version of Flag Smasher, and maybe the way they're doing it in the show, which is slightly different.
So in the show for Falcon and Winter Soldier, I'm not going to spoil anything, but the general overview is that the Flag Smashers are a group, and what they want is basically for the world to go back to the blip.
Yeah, and where it's implied, and we went into this in our discussion, it's implied that borders were like fairly open and everything like that. Everyone helped each other as much as they could.
Yeah, and I can understand where that comes from. Do you prefer it as a group or as one man?
I kind of like it as one man. Now look, he's called Carl Morgenthau. It's Carly Morgenthau in Falcon and Winter Soldier, so that's like an easy get. I don't know. I like it as one man. I think in terms of like translating it to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it works better as a group. That they are the Flag Smashers.
It gives them more people to punch as well.
It does, yeah, because you need a few fight scenes in there, and you can you have a tier system of like who's in charge, who's a goon, who's a flag that needs to be smashed.
You can't fight the flag till the last. You'll never win, Shaun.
You never, not if it's a windy day. You'll be getting whipped in the face.
I would literally, I'd watch 10 minutes of the Falcon trying to punch a piece of cloth.
I just don't think it can be smashed.
I can't get it.
Maybe if you froze the flag, you could smash it, but I'm not sure, honestly.
It's flapping in the wind, Winter Soldier. Bucky, come here. I can't get it.
So that's my report on the Flag Smasher, Connor.
I think that was it's a very interesting character that we've probably seen different versions of in multiple comics. Like, even the first thing that came to my mind was there's a character in Batman Beyond called Mad Stan, I think it is.
Right.
And his whole thing is he just blows places up because, like, the bureaucratic, they're like taking over our place and he's going to take the place back by blowing up all these important people.
Right.
And so
it's very like Tyler Durden in Fight Club as well.
Yeah, and I think that's an interesting concept. You always bring in the, like, this world isn't good, I'm gonna blow it all up and start again, or we're gonna get rid of all of these people's identities and make them all one.
Yeah, we'll make everyone the same whether they like it or not.
And once everyone the same, Shaun, what Syndrome says?
Nobody will be.
Nobody. As he walks out of the room. So do you want me to take us out, Shaun?
Yes, please.
So if you enjoyed what you heard here, we have two other shows during the week, Movie Mondays and Weird News Wednesdays. Movie Mondays, we talk all the week's movie news, and Weird News Wednesdays, we just have a bit of fun. We talk about some weird news, and Fridays are for comic book nerd stuff. But if you also enjoy what you heard here, we have a Patreon, and you can head on over there to support us. Every single month we put up a movie review, and we call it the Lazarus Pit. We go back to watch an old superhero film, and we see if it still holds up. So our last film that we did was Batman Mask of the Phantasm, which still definitely holds up, Shaun, I will say.
No spoilers, but it's still good.
Still pretty good. We also have our Falcon and Winter Soldier reviews going up there, and just keep an eye on anything else because we'll have Loki reviews going up there when that series comes out. It's just a whole thing. So if you want to head on over there, it's patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. The link is also down below. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the social medias, they're all down below as well. And most importantly, just tell one human being that we exist.
Just the one, please.
Just the one. So I've been Ciara Lawler.
I have been Shaun Meehan.
I'll see you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.